Hello there guys, welcome back to my channel Travel Wonderful. Hello my friends, how are you? I'm super excited as I just arrived to Greece. Specifically, I'm in the beautiful island of Rhodes, a perfect place that brings you ancient history, beautiful beaches, and so many things to do. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like this video, and remember to leave a comment below. Enjoy the video, Travel Wonderful. Also known as the Knights Island, Rhodes combines a rich history, impressive medieval architecture, amazing beaches, and a lovely natural scenery. The old town of Rhodes, with its stone paved alleys and elegant mansions, it is a listed World Heritage Site. Begin by visiting the old town in Rhodes. This is a medieval city and the oldest inhabited city town in all Europe. It is just amazing. It dates back to the 1900s, and even though it's very old, it is very well preserved. You got so many alleys and beautiful streets, over 200 alleys to be more specific, and it is just amazing. You can spend here hours, as it's just really beautiful, really impressed when I first came here to the old town, so definitely a must visit. The most important monuments of the island can be seen in the old town. The old town, as previously mentioned, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the best preserved medieval towns in Europe. One of those things to see, it is the Streets of the Knights. It is one of the most popular destinations in Rhodes. This street runs almost exactly east-west. This ancient cobblestone street takes visitors back to the medieval times. The Streets of the Knights, it is one of the best preserved medieval streets in Europe. The street runs from the square in front of the Knights Hospital to the Palace of the Grand Master. Along the street, visitors will find 7 inns representing the 7 countries from which the Knights of the Order of St. John came. The Knights came from England, Germany, Italy, France, Aragon Province, and Auvergne. This street gives visitors a wonderful insight into Rhodes' medieval architecture. At the end of the Streets of the Knights, we get to the Palace of the Grand Masters, another must visit, a medieval castle here in the city of Rhodes, and also it is one of the few examples of Gothic architecture in Greece. The site was previously a citadel of the Knights Hospitaller that was used as a palace, headquarters, and a fortress. The palace was originally built in the late 7th century as a Byzantine citadel, after the Knights Hospitaller occupied Rhodes and some other Greek islands in 1309. They converted the fortress into their administrative center and the Palace of the Grand Master. In the first quarter of the 14th century, they repaired the palace and made a number of major modifications. Definitely a must visit. Not far from the palace, we get to the Archaeological Museum of Rhodes. It is housed in the building that was the hospital of the Knights of St. John, known as the Knights Hospitallers. Construction of the hospital began in 1440 and was completed in 1489. It was carried out over the remains of a Roman building. The museum contains a number of collections of archaeological artifacts from various parts of Rhodes and the neighboring islands. This includes burial findings dating back to the 9th century BC and sculptures and mosaic floors from the classical, Hellenistic, and Roman period. Another amazing thing you can do when coming to Rhodes is to come to Ely Beach, which is located roughly 10 minutes, 15 minutes walk from the old town of Rhodes. And it's a very good place for relaxation. You know, you have a bar, restaurant. It is a private beach, so you don't have to pay to enter, but you have to order at least a drink, or you can have some food or whatever. However, if you want to sit in one of the sunbeds, you have to pay for it, and it varies from 20 euros to 50 euros depending on the location. So it is up to you. However, you can just maybe drink something at the bar and just come here to the sea. An amazing particularity about this place is that you got a diving platform just over there. So you can go all the way up and then jump from there into the sea. So what do you think? Should we try it? I'm a bit scared. I don't do really these things usually, but maybe I'll do for you guys. So I just arrived to the diving platform, so yeah, let's try it. It looks a bit scary, but yeah. I put a poll on Instagram and everyone said I should try it, so let's see. So here we are. Travel wonderful! That hurt a little bit. No, yeah, it was fun. It was very, very scary. I didn't want to do it, but I had a queue of people waiting for me. So I've just managed to do it at the end. But yeah, it's a bit scary. I mean, it doesn't look that tall when you are, you know, just going up. But when you're there, it feels very, 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 very tall. So yeah, but it's a good thing to try if you come here to Elite Beach. I mean, it's one of the main attractions. It's the diving platform. So yeah, I hope you like that show. Wow. And remember, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give a like, you subscribe to the channel and you activate notifications in order for you to discover more amazing places like this. Another must visit, it is the lovely village of Lindos. It is one of the most attractive and beautiful villages of Rhodes, located south of the capital. It is dominated by a magnificent and imposing acropolis that lies on top. Lindos stands out for its fabulous location, beautiful on the slopes of the hill at the top, of which lies the ancient acropolis overlooking the picturesque bay. The village is built like an amphitheater and consists of whitewashed houses with pebble-paved courtyards, narrow alleys, and buildings influenced by Byzantine, medieval, and Rhodian architecture. And we get to the main attraction of Lindos, the Acropolis of Lindos. It is perhaps one of the most important ruins in the world and one of the most important archaeological sites of Greece. Most probably it was already a fort in the time of the Trojan War and continued to be an acropolis during the Archaic period, the Greek Classical period, the Roman and Byzantine periods, and during the occupation of the island by the Knights on the Order of St. John. In classical times, the Acropolis of Lindos was dominated by the massive temple of Athena Lynthia, which obtained its final form in around 300 BC. In Hellenistic and Roman times, the temple precinct grew as more buildings were added. In early medieval times, these buildings fell into disuse, and in the 14th century they were partly overlaid by a massive fortress built into the Acropolis by the Knights of St. John to defend the island against the Ottomans. I highly recommend you to book your tickets online in advance in order to save at least 45 minutes of queue outside of the Acropolis. In that way, you will be able to enter without making any line. Definitely a must visit. You can come to Lindos either by drive, by bus, or as I did, taking a catamaran cruise which will take you to all the coastline of Rhodes, enjoying beautiful panoramic views of the island of Rhodes while enjoying the beautiful sea. When visiting Rhodes, make sure you try the traditional gyros plate, which could be chicken gyros, pork gyros, or even mixed gyros,
A place that I highly recommend you to try is Hermes Greek Grill House, which provides you with excellent food at very affordable price. You can eat for as little as €6.80, and also you can have a pint of beer for as little as €2. And which one is your favorite part of this video? Which one is your favorite part of Rhodes? Let us know in the comments below, activate notifications and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you in the next video. Travel wonderful!